Galaround Hunters, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus Mod. I am Lieutenant Commander Tirek of the carrier, the Ravager. Yes, we decided to go to the carrier route. We figured that it'll be a little bit safer, a little bit more reliable for a little while. Actually, it was the biggest ship we could possibly get our hands on that wasn't a fast battle cruiser. And fast battle cruisers, well, we're not really looking to essentially be flying light cruisers on a bigger hull. Although a drone cruiser that's not a MERV upgrade. It is a MERV upgrade already? Wow. So the first of the MERV launchers has come online way earlier than I figured they would be. MERV fires one missile. That missile then splits into 6 missiles. They're great for swarming the enemy, and we could have had it, but we bought the Ravager instead. Anyway, between last time and this time, I finally actually paid attention to, what kind of fighters the Merak get. And the way it basically works out is the Vizslas are crap. The Salukis are better than the Vizslas and faster than them. The Mastiffs introduce disruptors, and the Basenjis make them better. So technically, the Mastiff actually has 3 missiles on board as compared to 2 on the Basenjis, but it only has a single disruptor as opposed to 2 disruptors on the Basenji. So we're going to shift the entire fighter squadron to be Basenji fighters. Because, yeah, we want that firepower, yo. It's got to be expensive to restock all of this, but hey, we knew what we were getting into. We didn't really, but we thought we did. So let's head back in there and get on to slugging. Convoy Raid would not be a horrible idea. I'm still a little bit in ISC mode. I know, we're, 5-6 episodes in at this point, and still worried about ISC style tactics. We are being supported by the Nain, which is another carrier. He has a lot of defensive weaponry, but then again, so do we. Are we the same ship? We might be. I thought I took a plus upgrade, but probably not, actually. Yeah, we're the same ship. Do we have that weapons glitch? No, we don't. See, now we have full reloads. Full reloads on everything. So, apparently there was something weird going on where we would load our drones, but it would only load in the primary ship, and when we switched over to this ship, it would not load drones. So, yeah. Here we are with our carrier with its full capability. We're not gonna build a scatter pack because against this target it's not worth it. Gonna be completely honest with you right there, just not worth it. If it's just a freighter, and yeah, it's just a freighter, so we're going to just select all the weapons except for the missiles, I guess, because we don't want to waste the missile firepower on something that, well, frankly doesn't rate missile fire. Yeah, look at that. He's got a bunch of phaser 3s and 2s. Oh no, we're just gonna bully him out of this fight. So select the all but the missiles hardpoint. There we go. And let the tail ones fire. We're not even gonna bother launching our fighters because we don't want to risk them. Fighters are precious. And yeah, we pretty much took everything offline that he possibly had. So let's go at full power. So apparently a full carrier group ran into this guy and he was like, oh crap. And he didn't run when he had the opportunity. So let's go in. Yeah, that's it. That's the enemy. Completely annihilated. 2 carriers. Didn't even have to use the fighters. Didn't want to risk them. They're expensive, okay? They are really expensive. I don't want to spend fighters if I don't have to. Also, if we don't shoot missiles, we don't have to worry about reloading. Okay, we've managed to take this this station, which now gives us a stepping-off point further into the Lyran Star Empire. So we will keep on pressurizing. Hit 2 patrols. One of them will be a pirate patrol, the one of them will be a combat patrol, and I don't know which one is which. Is that an anomaly, or... No, it's just the disabled ship. The disabled ship mission where, oh my god, there's a disabled ship. What do we do? Well, the answer is we kill it. Actually, no, we try and save it. We can't save it, but you get the idea. So whose heavy cruiser are you? Are you a Romulan heavy cruiser? I think I'm seeing a warbird pattern, but you never know. It is a CV Ravager. KRM. Yeah, I'm going to guess that's Romulan. Could be wrong. Doesn't really matter. We'll know when we get closer. Any other enemy forces? Not as of yet. Let's prep a scatter pack. And there it is. It's a heavy cruiser. What kind of heavy cruiser? It is a SR+. So normally I would assume that's like a survey cruiser, but I don't have a clue. I've never flown Lyran ships, so don't have the foggiest idea. How many shuttles do we have? We got 3 on board right now. Oh yeah, I remember thinking last time that I was joking, haha, our FLG had 6 shuttles and this thing only has 3. So, oh, by the way, something really weird was going on with my YouTube uploads. I'm not sure what, but I was getting ahead because I like to be a little bit ahead. And when I uploaded them, for some reason, I must have either entered in the wrong date information or something happened when YouTube was uploading them because, well, they weren't uploading at the time they were supposed to. And I went back in to try and fix it, but you may have noticed that one of these episodes went up really out of order and, well, late, quite frankly. And that's not something that I want to do. I like the whole idea of being pretty consistent when it comes to this thing. Ooh, we're stealing medical supplies. That's, okay, that's not as funny, but it kind of is funny. You have to admit. Just a little bit. Okay, first scatter pack is ready to rock. Let's buff that. We got to get a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer. So yeah, sorry about that. I'll make sure to double check in the future to make sure that all the times are working out properly, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging with as much of a day in between things. I mean, we thought we had the one bad time with the 36-hour upload, or however long it ended up being, for the first Sub Sunday. But yeah, we really don't want to do that again. So you have my apologies, and we'll try and make sure it doesn't happen. And on to the fight. Fires the missiles. Now he did fire his phasers at this target. Oh, we do need to give him a little bit of berth, because if we don't, he'll use his expanding sphere generator. So he's grabbed both of them. Okay, that kind of worked for me. We're actually pretty close to him. We got to a range of 3. And yeah, you may have noticed I have not launched my fighters because he has an expanding sphere generator, and I'm going to try and avoid that for a little while, just a little while, while we cycle through our weapon systems. Come on, ARAX, reload. Missiles again. Okay, now he's got 6 coming in on him. He's got to cut. Are you going to cut engines and dump a wild weasel? I mean, I wouldn't fault you for it. Wow, he can carry 6. That's impressive. Also annoying, but mostly impressive. So he's beamed people on board the damaged vessel, while we just basically fire away at him. He does have a white forward shield, so that is pretty impressive. Oh, his shield came up just in the nick of time. And there it goes, it exploded, and now the AI gets to engage us. Missiles, all of them. Oh, he couldn't handle all of them. There we go, 62 damage got through with that little strike. Let's open up some distance. Feeling pretty cocky and confident right now. Don't think we're going to end up using that scatter pack, which is good. Oh, his shuttle bay is offline. Interesting. Damage, sir, that you took before? So we're just busy. Oh, there he goes. He lost the power. Ooh, that was nasty. Just like suddenly he was barely holding on with just enough power, and then we hit an EPS relay. Things exploded, and one of the tractor beams shut down, and then the missile came in and ripped off a massive chunk of the hull, shutting off even more power, and then the other missile. So 90 for stealing that medical supplies, because we are bastards. Scout! Scouting mission is fine. With a carrier, not so much, because we're kind of more designed to hang back. I know we've been getting like up close and personal into their face while we do this, but technically that's not our job. Red alert! It's a heavy cruiser. It's Lyran heavy cruiser. It's a fast heavy cruiser. It's a CF. So cruiser fast. Put up one of these. How many reloads we got right now? We're only knocking about 10 right now, so a little bit less than cool. So we're down to half ammo essentially. Yeah, not super happy about that. Increase speed. We can't actually maintain this because you'll notice this flickering. The game is unsure. And so if we do that, we won't charge the disruptors at maximum rate. So this is our maximum combat speed, unfortunately. Let's reinforce that forward shield. We'll probably have to reinforce all of the shields at some point, but, you know, start somewhere. 3 turns at 40, him closing it. We'll fire at range 70. Stand by. 5. It's firing range. Whoosh. And can I increase speed? Do I have 10 points of power just free? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Barely. Barely enough power for that. So we're going to try and catch up to our missiles as fast as we can. Probably should have waited just a little bit to fire them until we had gotten up to speed so that we could build a swarm but this ought to do. We should be able to keep the fight relatively tight. More missiles out. So we've pumped out 8 missiles. They'll hit within 2 turns. Or within 1 turn, rather. And now we will pull off to go reinforce all. And I'm expecting a wild weasel at any moment. Nope. Shoots him. Grabs him. And crap, I didn't want to shoot that one because I wanted to maintain the speed. Oh, he took those. He just flat out decided, oh, I'm going to take it. 74 damage. Bold move. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him. So he's firing into our stern. I know he can grab at least one of these. Okay, he'll grab 2 of them. He'll try and shoot down the other 2, but I don't know if he's got a phaser available right now. And he is not going fast enough to... He's got 4. Okay. Well, why didn't you use that before, man? If you got 4 tractor beams, you may as well use them. So we're going to arc around to this side. And yes, I know I'm not using my fighters, but I get a little bit shy about using fighters around things that can basically wipe them out in one go. Also, I'm trying to extend how much time we spend out here, and the more I use my fighters, the more I'll have to replace those fighters, and they are expensive. Fighters are super expensive. I want to build some capital before I start risking them in combat. I love playing Merak. Just because of that. Because of things like that. Oh, so good. It's the Macross Missile Massacre. All of them missiles. 150. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I forgot to do that. Did you retake it? No, we're just doing laps right now at this moment. Gotta scout again. This time we gotta must remember, actually scout the enemy. Don't just blow him up. Hit that red alert. Increase the speed. It's a freighter. Yes. The freighter is the most dangerous game. Okay, command. Yeah, I live to serve. Actually, no, that's not how we work in the Merak Star Kingdom. Star Empire? Kingdom. I think it's a kingdom. Well, it's a patriarchy. So, that's kind of a kingdom. He's a king, isn't he? Or is he just a male dictator? How would you describe that? I really just want to stick to king. But yeah, we're more all about the, I'm going to beat you up, steal your stuff, eat you, and then, move on to the next one. Let's increase the scanning system. Is he running? It'd be interesting if they could actually run. We'd have to have a way of stopping them from being able to run, which I don't think we do. I'm fairly certain that there is, we do not have that capability in this game. There's no such thing as an interdictor cruiser for Star Trek. Although you can shoot each other at warp speed, so it's not like it is where in Star Wars, where if you go to hyperspace, you are safe and home free. In Star Trek, no, I can still chase after you and shoot you. That was actually one of the big deals about photon torpedoes, is photon torpedoes are warp speed weapons because they encase it in a warp field to control the antimatter or the plasma or some shit like that. And so it can be fired at warp speeds, whereas most weapons cannot. So when the in Nemesis, when the big nasty scimitar flies up behind him in warp and starts firing disruptors, a lot of Star Trek fans winced just a little bit. I mean, yeah, we couldn't really expect super accuracy from that movie, but still, something would have been better than nothing. Are we back up to 10? No, we're at 8 reloads. You don't have much. So, missiles. Fuzzy missiles. Hopefully I can get my scanner data before these missiles get to you. And... come on, scan the target. Tell me I've got everything I need. Oh, he wild weaseled. Okay. Hello? Scanners. Tell me I've... there we go. All the data. All the data we wanted. Let's increase speed and get off of him. Let's get off this rock that we've beached ourselves on. Because we can't fire missiles from this range. We can fire a absolute metric crap ton of phaser 3s though. Unfortunately they didn't, slaughter him. Our forward phaser arcs are really weird. Because they're so limited. Any weapons at this moment? Just I'll take anything at this point. It's a big hull. It's taken a lot of damage. Okay, it's taken 38 plus 17. So 55 damage. Ooh, scary. Disruptors not being super accurate today. Fire everything! We just want to be able to kill him. Oh yeah, I don't need that anymore. But thank you. I appreciate the thought. Okay, that was a waste of missiles. Out of reflexive habit, I pressed the R key to select all my weapons when I have deliberately set up my 4-key hardpoint so that I can select all the energy weapons. And one is, of course, disruptors only. 320 prestige, a much better thing. We are busy circling around this planet for rather obvious reasons. Of course, they took them right back because it's, you know, next to a planet. Convoy raiding! I wonder if our fighters are just as, you know, disobedient as ISC fighters. We're about to find out. Hit that red alert! We are in a chase position. I think that'll do it. Is that our speed? Freighter, 2, 3, 4. So we're in the chase. We're at the range of 82. We need to get to the enemy. How many missiles do I got? 8 reloads. Okay, so you get 8 reloads for free. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not the best thing in the world. Because it kind of sucks. It really does. I wish I could make more missiles and have them more, because you spend a lot of cash on missiles in this game. There's no denying that. We spend tons of monies on cash. On cash? Yes, we spend monies on cash. No, we spend monies on, or prestige. On... Kill you. You. Kill you. Go, my little passengers. What does that even mean? Is it some kind of dog? Because I know what a mastiff is, but a Vasanji or whatever it was, and a Basenji? What, like, thing are we stealing our stuff from? Because, you know, most sci-fi, fantasy, that sort of thing, they just basically take a culture and say, yeah, I'm borrowing this culture, and we're now going to use all their names and stuff. Oh, that's too cute. Hi. Unless you're equipped with double G-type plasma torpedoes, you probably can't do anything to me. Scatter packs are ready. Chasing after these Lyran freighters. Tell me exactly what he's playing with. Okay, so he's got an anti-missile defense system and 4 phaser ones. That's not nothing. That really isn't. Actually, I should probably vector you guys around. You, Group Fighter Squadron, which one are you? Okay, I want this to break off and go after that one. I want to get some distance. Don't shoot him. Oh god, they're going to fire their missiles. They're going to fire their heavy weapons at that guy. Missiles! Engage! We're actually flying faster than our missiles right now. With a closing speed of 47.6. There are some races that just get these weird half numbers for their speeds. Oh, he's going after him. All up and select. Leave my fighters alone, you little punk. Okay. That's a plan. Okay, definitely was a plan. Not a good plan, but it was a plan. You're dead now. You are already dead. Yeah. Makes you feel like a badass. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You have to admit it. A little bit, you feel like a badass when you do things like that. So, our 2 passenger fighter groups moving on to harass the column. How badly damaged were you by him? Not badly damaged at all. You're still up to 4 fighters. So you're still in a full squadron. So there, he's going to get up to here and try and kill him. Unfortunately, he's already fired his missiles. Oh no, yeah, they have two missiles, but only 1 launcher, and there's 4 fighters. So now they've used up all their missiles. Mastiffs actually carry 3 missiles. So yeah, they've got more in the way of reloads. Not gonna bother firing our missiles just yet. We're gonna get closer. Hi, fighters. I should probably return. Probably should, but I'm gonna let them do their thing. Let's target the FSML, freighter small. That's what I'm assuming. Why can't we go after the really big freighters? You know, gigantic ones. That'll be the last of his missiles. There needs to be a fighter loadout status screen or something like that that tells me exactly how much health they have and how much ammo they've got left. I want more control over my fighters, please. 2. Missiles away. Fighters. You. Return, please. All up and select. One group of fighters is home. And we're going to come in on this guy and just, you know, light him up. Because we can. We're out of missiles already? We're out of missiles already, wow. That's kind of sad. Open select. Destroyed. All the fighters are back. Swooping in on this last one. A right and proper convoy raid. That's what it is. Carrier shows up, annihilates everything, goes home. The one advantage to having fighters, though, for the Marak is infinite missiles. For as long as they live, infinite missiles. Wow, we only need, what, 2 missiles? 2 missiles to kill these guys, I think? They do not have much hull point at all. Probably should look up to see exactly how much they have. 218 prestige, managed to destroy all the enemy freighters. It wasn't a really big deal, though. Pop in here, mission. Sure, why not? Patrol. We're low on ammo. I think we'll get back up to 8 reloads if we take this mission. So they're in ships. Hit the red alert. Yes, such leer and much wow. 8 reloads, please. 8 reloads. Excellent. We are on patrol. Oh, a frigate and a freighter. So you might be dangerous. Probably not, but maybe. But just in case, prep this. And now fighters. We still need for you to start up to full speed. And let's buff that forward shield. Oh, we got another ship. Reinforce the forward shield, thank you. And boof. You are a freighter. Okay, so 2 freighters and a frigate. He is a destroyer. What? That is... Look further over. War Destroyer P upgrade, so he's got a phaser upgrade, I'm going to assume? Just an assumption, but I think it's a pretty safe one to make. You. Missiles. Send them away. We will begin to fire all the missiles. Again, unless these guys are carrying, like, you know, plasma torpedoes, I don't think they're much of a threat. Although we are back on the side of the galaxy where plasma is not really so much of a thing. I mean, it's just not going to matter. Now, another nice thing about spreading your barrages out like this, sort of in this half stagger that we're going to do, is, yeah, it's going to take less than 2 turns for the missile barrages to hit them, but more importantly, it should take longer than it will take his weasel if he decides to drop one. So we've got a scatter pack ready to go. 8 missiles in the, quote, air. Do I launch fighters yet? No. See, he's dropped his Wild Weasel. But now these missiles will hit the Wild Weasel, and hopefully we'll shut that off in time. I think they will. It's going to be tight, though. It's going to be pretty tight. Oh, crap, he's activating his expanding sphere generator. I could hear it going... Oh, and he's gonna go in there and battering ram those missiles. What a jerk! He came just outside of range of shooting down the missiles for his buddy, and then, wow, you are an absolute jerk. He was like, "Yeah, man, thank you for the help. Really appreciate it." And then it's like, "Nope, I'm not helping you. You thought this was helping? No, no. This was not helping." You have a single A-type missile launcher. Okay, so this guy has launched his expanding sphere generator. So fighters, murder, death, kill, and you continue to fire all the weapons. I have way more phaser 3s than I think I've ever had. That's our last missile, by the way, which he grabbed. So these fighters are currently logged in on the Claw Runner, firing their fighter disruptors. They have 2 each, which is 8 disruptor shots. which is nothing to sneeze at. And now they're about to spam missiles on him. And we're about to just maul him. Oh, expanding sphere generator. The missiles ate all the damage, so we didn't have to worry about much. The fighters didn't have to worry about that much. The fighters did take a little bit of a hit. We've lost one of the fighters over here, which means fewer missiles will be fired. Ooh, they took the hit there. But they are still really cutting through this combat. Disruptors, anything? No, we're flying too fast to be able to use disruptors. They're not charging. Another good couple of solid hits. Let's bring the fighters home to reload those missile launchers. Unlike the ISC fighters, which do not use... There we go. ISC fighters do not use heavy weapons. They only use phasers, so we could just keep them out indefinitely. Every other race, though, this a very, very solid limit on the number of on the amount of time you can keep them out. Because eventually, you know, they'll run out of they run out of heavy weapons. They can't rearm them. Pseudo fighters can. Oh crap! He's doing it again. Here it goes. So yeah, we took the hit from the expanding sphere generator there. We're going to come around to this and hit him with more Phaser 3 fire. I think we're going to lose our shields. Are we going to get hit by this? If we don't, this is going to be incredibly tight. Oh, we were traveling slow enough not to set them off, and then I sped up like an idiot. How are the fighters doing? Switch over to the fighter panel. Fighters are reloading, rearming. You also could use a couple of hits. You know, to shock him. Shut off a whole bunch of systems. Basically, that's what we just did there. That was the entire point of that. Lost a shield. But, haha, I shot through your down shield. You guys, how are you doing? He still has his expanding sphere generator. That's kind of impressive. Alright, let's get the fighters ready. Actually, you're done for. I'm done with you. You're gonna die. Oh, he's about to fly behind the mine. That was a mistake. Or is he gonna cut in my direction? If he was smart, he would fly behind the mine. Because I know that you were able to deal some damage to me, but that's not worth it. Oh, the PT-1 doing a little bit of annoying point defense operations there. Just a few more hits, and he'll be dead. All been select. I said all been select. Do we have anything capable of firing? No, we've got to get way close. Do you have an expanding super generator still? Closer and closer. Fighters! Kill. Go kill fighters. So he's dead. And the fighters are getting in there with their heavy weapons. And we do too. Because this guy is the only one left who's a threat. Because this guy's skulking around and he doesn't have much left. Oh, it's so nice to see that. It's just like multi-angle death coming at you now. And you're not flying fast enough to avoid it. Oh, but you are flying. You do have a wild weasel that you can dispatch. Let's go ahead and patch up these damaged systems so that when we come back to us... Well, that was a waste. So when we come back to the overmap screen, they will be fully fixed. Yeah, make your attack runs. They are almost crippled. Final missiles. Boom. Fighter missiles do less damage than full power missiles. They are their own category, but it's still decent enough. And they fire them in fairly large-sized groups. You know, 4 missiles at a time from 2 different squadrons. That's 8 missiles. They instantly put up more firepower than a scatterpack. And we're going to pull into dock. Hi, we're back. Supplies. Actually, shipyard. How are we doing? Just as a general, if we were to sell our ship, we'd have to buy 306 as the cheapest. Yeah, we'd have to buy a 306 ship, so we'd be down to 14... I'll just call it 1400. We would make... Okay, so we would make an additional 600, basically, so 2300 is our current theoretical limit. What does that put us at? Anything interesting? Anything good? Dreadnought Light is 38. Dreadnoughts are expensive, and even the light Dreadnoughts are pretty darn expensive. Dreadnought M... Oh, so this is a MERV refit drone rack. We need to get our hands on one of those, because MERVs just... Oh, they're so good. They're so deliciously fun. But we're not buying anything as of right now, it would seem. So let's go restock the reloads. 72 cash for that. The fighters all needed one each, so that'll be 48 for that. Eek, wince. Expensive! We're good on all this. Shuttles, we might as well buy the one. So we had to spend about 100. But that'll bring us to the end of an episode there. We have been promoted. We are now Captain Tirak. So I've been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment. How are we doing? Do you think we're making good inroads? Should we continue to try and surround this planet or just dive right in for the center? And I will see you all in the next episode.